Sonny Styles is the best linebacker in this class, and it's not even close. And we'll break it down for you here on NFL Dream and on the NFL World YouTube channel. Jacob Hebert here for NFL World. Sonny Styles, the biggest concern about him was his instincts growing? Was he developing the proper way? And he had his best year in 2024, 100 tackles, 6 sacks, a national championship with Ohio State. Then proceeds to go have 83 tackles this year. If you look at the stats, and that's all from ESPN.com, you say he went down. His tackles went down. Everything went down. He went down by 17 tackles. Like, that's not good. Sometimes progression isn't linear. It's one of those things that it's going to go up and down. You might go up a little bit. You might go down a little bit. We'll see what happens. In the case of Sonny Styles, he is developing. Look at what he was asked to do in 2024. He had more coverage. He blitzed more. What he started to do this year was he's blitzed less. That's the reason his sack numbers went down. When you're asking a guy to do different things to help his development, sometimes that happens. Blitz more, and you get to the quarterback and you sack the quarterback. He had 6 sacks last year. Your sack numbers go up, but your tackle numbers go up, and your tackles for a loss go up. That's how that works. If he's being asked to do something different, then of course his tackle numbers are going to go down. His sack numbers are going to go down. He's asked to do something different. What I noticed from this guy doing all my study on Sonny Styles is he has a great understanding of what he's supposed to do. He knows what everyone has to do. He knows what he has to do. He makes sure everyone's on the same page. He has great coverage ability. He's good against the run. He can blitz a little bit. And then when he has to get downhill and attack, he can do that also. His instincts are there, which was a big concern for a guy who he's played 4 years, but it's one of those things of, can he do it again? That's what everyone wants to see. Can he do it again? To go from 50 or so many tackles, like let's say about 50 tackles to 100 tackles, there's always going to be a downturn. You're not going to go and have a 100 tackle season. It doesn't work, especially when you're not blitzing as much, when you're not trying to force the ball out of the quarterback's hand as much. It's making the linebacker have to do other things. But if you can be a thumper, if you can hit, and people know that you're there and you're present and you're right there and you're going to show them what it is, that's what you're going to do. That's how good you're going to be. In the case of Sonny Styles, that's what he did. To me, prior to the combine, he was a top 10 draft choice. He was top 10. And then he has an amazing combine. When you go and you run 4.5 at that size, it didn't even look like he was trying. That's how scary it was. He ran this like as if he was jogging in a marathon. It was like, here we go. It was ridiculous. He was in a marathon. He was just jogging this thing at 4.5. It was like, how you may not even remember the numbers, but you saw it and you're like, that's not supposed to happen. That can't happen. That's a genetic freak of nature right there. That's what Sonny Styles is. And how much the scouts look at that made him go from a top 10 to a top 5 player. That's where I have him. He's top 5. I don't even think he can get out of the top 5. I think he's that good. I think there's a lot of things he's going to have to work on and continue to develop because, like I said, progression is not always linear. Sometimes it's going to be multi-process. Sometimes you're going to look bad a year, but you're really getting better. It's just your numbers took a dip for whatever reason. Because of what you're being asked to do, because you're trying to figure out what's going on. The game itself goes faster, but then eventually will slow down. It's a matter of know what you got to do, execute, and make sure everything's proper. Make sure everything you do is proper. Nick Saban had this saying. It's a very great saying. It's great. Do something. You don't do something till you get it right. You do it till you can't get it wrong. That's what you have to preach to a player. And when you get a guy like Sonny Styles, you have that mindset of he's going to get it right every single time until he can't get it wrong. That's what you want. That's what you want. That's what he brings. That's the evolution of a guy like Sonny Styles. If he can continue to progress in that way, it doesn't matter what a 3-cone drill did. It didn't matter what he ran in his 40 time. It matters, can he see it? Can he react to it? Can he make the proper play? That's what matters. And the thing is also, when you have a 100 tackle season, or any tackle season, I should say, you're saying, okay, how far did they have to make a tackle down the field? Well, he made this tackle 20 yards down the field. Well, it's not a good tackle then. He got outrun, and he had to chase the guy down. The guy was 20 yards down the field. That's a problem. If the tackle's within that 5-yard range, it's a good tackle because that's where that linebacker is supposed to be. But if he's 20 yards down the field, that's not where the linebacker is supposed to be. They're going to be like, why was he down there that far? Was he in coverage? No, he got outrun. That doesn't help the situation. You got to realize not every tackle is a good tackle, so you can't always just look at the numbers. But if you are going to look at the numbers, yes, he went down this year. He was being asked to do other things because of the other players that were on this team. We're going to be asked to do different things. Player. Sometimes it's going to be about you. Sometimes it's going to be about the team. But at some point, you got to find a way to continuously get better. So when they call your number again, you can do it. You've prepared for it. Let's go execute. That's what you got to do. And Sonny Styles has that ability. Now, where does he go? Like I said, I don't think he gets out of the top 5. I think, honestly, it's weird to say this. I think he's going to either the Jets or the Giants. That's where I think he's going. Because I think if he gets out of that, I think he would go to the Commanders. I really do. Because there's that level. Like, I think the Jets will go for Reese, so I don't think they're going to go there. But I don't see how the Giants are going to let him. Like, that he's got to be. The Giants hold the 5th pick. I think that's where Sonny Styles is going to go. He was so impressive in college in the last 2 years, and he was so impressive at the combine. If you're Joe Schoen, you have to nail this. Because if you go and take anyone else, I don't see how this works out for you. Like, a lot of people feel you shouldn't have the job anymore. You should have been fired with Dable, but you weren't. And in fact, you led the search for a new head coach. They feel that you have to nail this draft. And that's Sonny Styles. And you have to get it. Because if you don't, and it doesn't pan out, you're going to be thrown out the door. You're not going to even be able to walk. You're going to just be chucked out there. That's what they're going to do. So they have to get Sonny Styles. They would have to. Because if he doesn't, the next place he could go is Washington. And you don't want him to go to Washington. A concern I always have for young players is, are they going to go to a team that is going to be able to coach him? And I do think they will. I'm concerned, obviously, for a young player, because I want the young player to always reach their potential. I think having a guy like Sonny Styles, putting him around the right coaches to help him develop as a player, develop his instincts, develop as a person in this league, I think benefit him if you go to a team like the Giants. It's just not like we said last year where we said the Giants, that would not be a good spot for him. This is a good spot for Sonny Styles. But I think the Jets, the Giants, and the Commanders are key landing spots for Sonny Styles. For NFL World, I'm Jacob Hebert of NFL Dream. Out.